What is going on, everybody? It's Chris here for Friendly Frenzy Games, back with some fresh Teardown Time Campers DLC campaign. So, if you caught yesterday's episode, we're picking up exactly where we left off. From that, have not done anything since, so super excited to get back into this as always. If you're new around here, definitely appreciate you taking the time to stop by and see what we got going on. If you like Teardown, we're definitely kind of in your business here. Let's hop into it. If you haven't seen this game before, it's very, very cool. Obviously, voxel-style destruction here. We really, honestly, if you're all about the destruction, there is a lot for you in this game, but we really appreciate the strategy that's involved in setting up some really fun speedruns. Something that we did not expect when we picked this game up initially was the amount of time and attention to detail here for like the heist style objectives, and there are quite a few missions like that. So you can see here, obviously, we are getting another mission from Nils Andre through email. Grass powered engine. Now we have all the parts for the time machine to travel back, but first we need a way to warm up the time circuit, and after that perform a proper kickstart to get the time engine running. But here's the good part. Kirthi has a large delivery of new alarms arriving by train very soon. Why is this such good news, you ask? Because it carries enough gunpowder to send you back to the present and then some. However, before all that, we do need something to warm up the time circuit. We'll try and get enough power by strapping a horse to a mill, but we have neither a horse nor a mill. But Combusttown has enough heavy machinery and horses to sort that out, and after our saloon remodeling, the town is almost empty, so no one will get in the way. We will build our own mill with horses and gears. Okay, so again, not really sure what to expect for this mission here, but it's called 4 Stolen Hooves, going back to Combusttown again, so not quite sure. Maybe this is where we stay in this expansion campaign, is just these two areas, but we'll see. 4 Stolen Hooves, we have 5 objectives here. Bring the wheel, horse, and gear to the escape vehicle. Use horses and ropes to drag the heavy targets. If possible, steal some food for the horse and some extra wire. So those must just be our additional objectives then. But it's telling us right now, and I don't really remember a lot of missions telling you or kind of giving you some hints on what to do, but it's interesting to see because this is something that we've tried to do before and have our horses pull items for us. Oh, that's why. It's because they have a wagon. Okay, that makes more sense. There are gunpowder alarm boxes, though, so I don't know how we're going to do that, but as always, that's the fun part of figuring this game out. So let's just quickly see then what we've got going on here. Could only imagine that our horse would not like this mess. So let's see. What is this? Okay, so here's a horse already, but it's physically hooked up to this box. Okay. All right. Let's try then, just quickly, we'll position this. Actually, maybe what I'll try and do is just knock this post out. Make it really easy to turn this horse around. Actually, I wonder if we would be able to... No, that's going to snap the connection. Okay. I don't know how that snaps the connection, because if we could have just kept the alarm on the wood there, yeah, that's going to happen all day. Okay, that's fine. Not a big deal. I thought maybe we could have gotten away with having the horse just kind of pull that piece of wood and then the connection would never actually snap, but it does. Okay, that's fine. We're going to just try and turn this guy around then. Again, this is really doing nothing. It's not really saving us a whole lot of time here, but get that nice and tight, and it's at least pointed to the direction of our escape vehicle here. Okay, he's kind of glitching out on us here, but that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna hop off that. That is that for now. We've got an optional objective up at the top here. How many did we have? Okay, so we have 3 that are required and 2 that are optional. All right. With this here, I would imagine that our likely best option is to just drop it down onto like the main floor. don't know how heavy that is. Yeah, okay, I was going to say. If we can kind of let that down a little slower, it might not snap the cord. I'll have to see. Let's see if we can do this a little better here now that we know what this looks like. See if I can just kind of ease it down a bit. That might help. Unless it might just keep snapping anyways. We might have to leave it there. I'm going to try again. I'm actually going to quick save. Oh my god. I'm going to just quick save when I get under there just to make that a little quicker and easier for us. Okay. Because it's not often that the objectives are like so heavy that they snap the wire, even if you're really slow with them. But maybe even we can rest it. I'm thinking actually we could probably just rest it on top of that, on top of this. Let me just see. It's not even going to really do a whole lot for us at that point. If I can, it's not buying us a whole lot of time, but we'll see. Might still be easier than having to pick it up from up top there. Okay, so that's that for now. That's not so bad. Okay, so at least they're both like in pretty close proximity here. Again, I would imagine, but just for curiosity's sake, if we chop this down. Does it just hang on its own? No. Okay, so it is just too heavy to hang, but again, it wasn't really going to get us a whole lot further ahead, so that's fine there. So we have two objectives kind of set up. There's only 5 in this, and I would imagine we should have a 60-second timer, so I'm not really sure where the hiccup is going to be in this mission. Maybe that we're going to have to do a little bit of backtracking here. I'm not quite sure. What do we have? We have this one here. The corner near the entrance. Okay. And this one, we have to... Okay. I see. So with this, I think our best plan of attack is to load it up in a wagon, still connected, and then we can just kind of run that off the cliff. Because trying to run with the heavy objectives, I know obviously the hints and clues in this mission say to use horse and buggy or use the horse and ropes, but we've done missions like this in the past where we've tried delivering things in the back of a truck and whatever, and it works. It works. It's definitely easier than trying to run it by hand, so try and do this smoothly. But the thing was with that mission that I was just kind of talking about, it was too heavy to even lift by hand. But the problem is, even if you could, even if it wasn't that heavy, it's very hard to see when the objects are so large and in front of you. So what we're going to do then is find one of those covered horse wagons, and then we can load it up. We're just not going to be able to go anywhere with it until we're ready to complete this run here. So let's first grab this horse. Actually, I guess we can check and see what's in here also. Okay, so this one's just a simple collect, and that's going to be the difference too. Some of them we can just hit our action button, so E in this case to pick up, but some of them you need to physically deliver. So this one, if we're able to just pick it up, it's not that big of a deal. We don't have to put it in the cart. In fact, there's no point in putting it in the cart. We just have to have this nice and clean, easy to pick up. So I'm not at this point sure. Actually, I guess we can't put it out the top there. That's all rocks and we can't really get through that. So the only place that it makes sense to put it is kind of as far into the open here as we possibly can. So that's fine. Let's just quickly see this. This one's okay. Okay, so that's tight. Can't really do much else with that. Don't need any of this. Okay. What else can we do? I don't know how far that'll go, but where is... I keep hearing a horse. I want that. Okay, over here. Do we have an objective in the factory? We do. Where are they all? Okay, so there's none at the top of the map. This really doesn't seem that hard. We have 2 here that we know are going to be easy to collect. And I think at this point, this one we must have to load up into a vehicle. Must be. We'll see what this is. Actually, I guess I could have just like checked on our map. But let's see what this is. It's on the ground floor. I think I see the box. Oh, it's this wheel right here. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty large. Okay, so already we know. I missed the missions where you used to be able to kind of manipulate the objects and kind of have everything preloaded into, like you could basically deliver them without having to start the timer. There's some really cool early missions like that. Got to make sure that we separate this from the wall without separating it from this box, though. So let's try and not burn that wire. Oh, okay, we don't want this to snap. Okay, so that's basically the extent of what we can do with that. I guess I can pull it a little closer to the door here. I'm gonna quick save just really quickly. Okay. Okay. So that is the trick in this one, is just figuring out how best to deal with all of the heavy objectives. Obviously, I mean, that's kind of what they alluded to anyways as part of the issue with this one, so we'll see. But we're ready to go there. I think, I mean, this one's a smaller objective one, and really the majority of them aren't all that complicated, so I don't know if we would be able to pick that up and fit it. Not in this one, at least. There was that other wagon, and I don't know. I feel like the wire is too short on the other one there to be able to get it up and over because it's so tall off the ground, but we'll see. I want to see if I can at least get this kind of planned out here. And I don't really know what it's going to look like having the horse charge off of this cliff. And then we still have to figure out actually how to get it to bridge that bridge. Because there's no way that horse is going to run that. Like, I wonder if we could take it off this cliff. That might be the only way to do it. Run it off this cliff. Yeah, that's probably the best way. Okay. So we want to line it up with that ledge, is my initial thought anyways. So I'm going to just quickly highlight this so we can kind of see where we're aiming for when we're setting up those couple of objectives before. And as I'm sitting here, I'm wondering too if we would be able to rope this horse to that objective, and once we hopped on, if it would pull it. I'm not quite sure if that would work like that, but that'd be pretty sweet. Okay. Now obviously with this one, like, where would we have to, we'd have to like jump off right here. And I don't know if that would land straight, but that'd basically be how we have to do this if that was our plan. So this is obviously going to take some testing. And sometimes it's all about just hitting the jump at the right kind of angle and right speed. Obviously, just took out half the cart there. But obviously, though, we're going to need to have all of that kind of line up to be able to make this jump. I don't know if the horse's legs can fall off or something, but I guess we'll find out. Push it out of the way here. Especially since it can jump, maybe it won't get as caught as I'm expecting it to. Let me spray can this. I want to line it up with that ledge, so we want to like jump off this one on this objective. Okay. Quick save for now, because we really haven't done anything that we would have to readjust, I don't think. Okay. So now, again, obviously with this, I want to make this nice and easy to reach. I'm probably going to have to back this buggy up into the building a little bit. To do that, I want to make sure that we're not going to like destroy the buggy completely. So we'll just do all of this damage ahead of time. Create a nice little opening. This is iron, so I can't get through that. Chop this door and stuff apart. Get it nice. here. Chuck this out. Okay. Now again, this is where I really would appreciate a leaf blower or something, even a broom at this point, so that we didn't have to move all this with our hands, but I don't know actually that this wagon is going to be big enough for that wheel, but this is what we have right now. Still really kind of worried about how this horse would manage to hop off of this thing, but now I gotta figure out how to back this up properly. Not the easiest. I don't know if I can nudge it in there. Oh god. Okay, that got botched pretty bad. Okay, let's see if we can do this again. I didn't actually think about how hard this is going to be to back up. It just wants to kind of go everywhere. See if I can kind of come at this at a different angle back here. Oh. This cart's just getting stuck on all the debris now. Let's see if I can readjust. We'll spin around a little bit out here, do some burnouts. Okay, now let's see if we can, whoa, settle down now, settle down. We gotta see at this point, maybe it would make, we're gonna lose this cart. Okay, I'm gonna quick save, as stupid as that might be. Of course, do all this damage for us. I don't know what the cart's stuck on. Oh, the actual frame of the house now. The cart does no damage to this building, and the horse does a bunch of it. Okay. What is the likelihood that... Okay, there we go, we're getting somewhere. Okay. Better than it was. Now I just don't know if this is gonna work. Oh god. It's a pretty big wheel. And the wire. I need to back this up even more. That sucks. Because I am not confident in my ability to do that. Try and straighten this out a bit. Okay. Oh, we're wedged. We don't really need the roof of the buggy, so I don't know why I'm so concerned about losing it. We really just need to make sure that the floor stays intact, but... I am losing all this here. Okay. The buggy convertible at this point. Okay. We're at least there. Yeah, we literally have no room for this at all now, but it's not a big deal. Let's see if I can just throw this out of the way then. Because again, we don't need that. Don't know what this is gonna look like when the horse comes flying out. Like, we might lose. Wow. I'm gonna quick save. That might be really bad, but if we can get this set up, I don't want to lose it. We still have to go back a bit. But I gotta be able to do it without running this over so that we still have room to pick this up. Tight can we get that in there? That's tough. Because I want to see if we can, like, I want to be lined up with the jump also, because... Okay. Now. We're going to get stuck in that too, aren't we? Now. Just to make sure our cart doesn't get caught up on all of this garbage, which tends to happen a lot of the time. Especially when you don't have that leaf blower and can't move this stuff out of the way. Okay. Like if we could at least get this loaded, we might be able to tweak a little bit more, but... Oh. Okay. Now, why is that wedged? What's it wedged on? Come on. As I said, if we had the leaf blower, we could have got rid of all of that. But the wheels are getting stuck on like these little pieces in here. Try this again, hopefully that works. No, the wheels just don't want to go now. Oh, maybe it's not. Okay, try this then. Because if we can go straight back from here, we're in pretty good shape. Okay. Can't really get much closer than that. That might be an issue anyways. It might be too close, but... Okay, let's move this. Okay. This scared me. Okay. Alright. How much room do we still have? Oh my, I'm just ripping the floor out now. Okay, that... It's gonna have to just work. I'm gonna quick save that and see. Okay. I just want to see if this stays and what this looks like when we fall off. We got lucky that it got caught up on that railing. Okay, actually, whoa. Okay, I didn't expect to be able to cross that bridge, but we can. So we might have to just do that. Take the chance with this horse that it can do that every time. We might have just got really lucky because I can't see that's going to happen every time. We might have to start with these like first two horses. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. We'll have to come up with a good order because we're going to need to go back up to collect some of these other ones too. Yeah. Okay. Either way though, we know that we can get those two fairly quickly. This one is going to be the other issue because it's obviously very heavy. So we have this other one. We have that other horse. I'm gonna just blow this gate apart. Okay, so we really shouldn't have an issue there now. And then if we come flying out over here, even if we don't hit the ledge, I mean if we hit that we should be okay, but let's see. I want to just hopefully make sure that this doesn't destroy this bridge. Yeah, so already I don't know if we'll be able to do that again. Maybe we can rebuild this a little. If we're coming from that other side, if we turn these into like two large ramps, we might be okay. Just need to make sure that the horses have a little bit of traction and stuff here. So even if we can kind of bring it onto these tracks. If this is steel, I'm not as worried. I thought it was wood, but it looks like it's actually more stable than that. We could probably even make it that it's like this. Basically rebuild the bridge a little bit. And then it's not so bad. I don't think we want that standing on top though. Get this out of here. Is that our wagon wheel? No. Okay. Might not be so bad, actually. Might be a little tippy. Seems to be okay. Do the same thing with this one now, if we can. Oh my. That might be an issue. Maybe not. Either way, I guess when we hit this part, we're going to be aiming for these wood planks now. And hopefully we don't get stuck. We were able to make it through before doing that, so that's going to work or it's not. I don't know. We're going to be doing jumps with this thing, so I don't have to get the cart back over. That horse can jump, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, there was this buggy the whole time. Okay. Well, don't need that one yet. Wow. Settle down. Okay. So do a quick burnout here. Now at this point, obviously, we're going to try and make this as kind of nice and smooth as we can, but I don't know. It took us a long time to get the other one kind of nudged in here nicely. We got a little bit of room to spin around, but I might try and just take apart the whole front of this building just to give us some extra space to spin around. That might be really bad. Okay, we got lucky. I was wondering if that was going to burn this all, but we got okay. Gotta watch this though. Okay. Hopefully. Nice. Okay. Awesome. I'll just clear this then. Again, this is really to just kind of give our horse a bit of a chance to come in here and spin around and pull up nicely so that we can load the cart. That's my idea of opening this up. We'll still have to kind of plug this out a bit, but let's see if that works. Quick save. How's that? We basically have to get it like right. That's good. I still don't know if we can actually load that in right there. Let's see. This is stuck on all the wall pieces. All this garbage. Okay. But that wire is so short that I don't know if we can actually preload this. We're gonna have issues with this cart getting stuck on nothing. Gotta chuck all this out of the way here. Make this a little easier to sledgehammer does not work on brick, so that's why I've had to resort to this, but okay, let's try this. Quick save. What are we stuck on now? Ooh, that wire is so tight. Definitely going to take a little bit of messing around here. Okay. We have to get it like perfectly positioned, but it's hard to do because you can't really line it up where we need to line it up with this sitting here. So, like if we could, wow. I'm gonna quick save. But if we could get this to stand up, we could maybe get the cart like as close as it's gonna get, and maybe it falls in on itself. But it's gotta be stood up a bit here. Trying to like pull it out from the bottom, but it's not really going the way I want it to. I just want to wedge this enough that it stays up, but now it just keeps falling over from the bottom. If it wasn't for this short cord, it probably wouldn't be so bad. Actually, this is a hard thing to lift off anyways. Like, we can't even lift it up, can we? Okay, we can lift it up. I need to get this as far back then, if we can't stand it up. I need to get it as far back as we can without it snapping, which is not very far. Okay. This one's going to be the hardest one. It should fit in the back of the buggy. Like, it's nice to know that we can lift it. Ugh. I wonder, though, if we need the buggy at all. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. I'm gonna try. I want to try and get it into the buggy like one time, and if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna try and just use the rope without the wagon. Like if that would just... Okay, that's not so bad. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to... see if we can quick save that. Further though without blowing these other wheels apart. Okay, it's actually not so bad. We'll just use our blow lamp, separate these. What is this linking to still? I guess just the actual floor piece. Okay, can I just shotgun them? Uh-oh. Again, not a hard mission. There's only 5 objectives, and really, like, it all just comes down to the setup again. But what is a little bit more complicated about this one than some of the others is the fact that it's a mixture of collecting the objectives and then physically having to deliver some of the other ones as well. So it's the first time in the Time Campers DLC that we are messing with this, but it's not the first time that Teardown has done this. It's actually a really cool concept because you get so used to like being able to just pick things up and not so much having to come up with a little bit of a workaround. But I did not realize that those were connected on the ceiling, and I did not realize that there was all that TNT back there. Okay, I want to just see if I can completely kind of gut this floor platform. So that we can park our buggy nice and flat, if that's possible. Okay. I don't know if that's actually going to work the way I want it to, but we're going to quick save. I gotta actually see if I can wedge this up against the wall again, if that's possible, because then I can hopefully just have this fall into the buggy. Like, that's pretty sweet right now. We have space beside. It's hard to see. I'm gonna quick save that. I need to get it like right beside the wheel, like nice and tight, so we can just pull it right in and over. The only thing then with that, though, is I don't know if it is just going to slide around the whole time we're pulling it. There's a very good chance that it does, and then I could probably slide right out of the wagon, but you don't know until you try. This is annoying, though. So hard to tell what this gets stuck on sometimes. Okay, I guess that little piece. It's probably more than that, but maybe not. Shit, stuck on everything. We got all kinds of stuff under here. Can I pull the wagon back? I don't even know what's under here. Check this side. Oh, that probably doesn't help. Okay. What's this? Can't pull that. Loosen this off. Maybe we can make that. Oh my. Got completely spun around there. What is this? This. Okay, hopefully that's all I can. Okay, that's better. Now we still have this issue of... God. Getting this nice and tight to that wheel is going to be very, very hard. Little adjustments. Here we go. Here we go. Quick save. Okay. At this point, I cannot get closer. And the only reason I have to... Ooh. Okay. What is this? I thought it was actually easier to pick up last time. But... Come on. We got it there, but it broke apart a lot of the wagon, so I don't know. Oh. So I don't know that it's actually going to work the way that I was hoping it would, which might just mean, and it's totally fine because it's honestly probably easier at this point, instead of going for style points and doing this, it might be easier to just use a rope if we can. It's just every time we've tried to do that, it hasn't actually worked, so... We might be forced into putting a rope on, because this is just going to shred everything apart right now. I just need that to stay for a second. Okay, let's try plan B. I'm going to get rid of this wagon. I'm going to not save it though, because I don't want to lose this in case this doesn't work. Snap the strings. Okay. Now what does this look like? Bring this down. Can we just hook this up to the horse? Actually, if I can. What would that be this side? Okay, well, we know we can connect it. I just want to see what this looks like if we... Okay. And it doesn't disconnect. That's actually pretty sweet. Okay, so that's going to be the play then. Okay. Knowing that then, maybe I just don't maybe I don't use the wagons at all. This one I'm going to try and just get a nice tight connection right now so that we can at least have it set up and it doesn't come screaming off of this alarm. Let me just see. Rope. Go this side to here. Okay, good. Then this side to there. We're gonna have to just trust that connection. Actually, I guess we can test it with this. Okay, it doesn't look like these ropes are gonna snap, so this is definitely the way to do it. Okay, that'll work. I'm stoked on that. That'll work. That's way, way, way better than the wagon. So we learned something. It took us a little bit of setting up and trial and error to figure that out, but that should be pretty sweet because if we... Okay, so we're going to have to start here, and then the other ones we should just be able to pull. This one I wonder if it still probably makes more sense to just not do the wagon. I think it would be a little bit more predictable. So, because this one we might lose it on that jump like we had happen when we tested. So, I'm going to ride this out of here so that we don't have the wagon in our way. Separate it. Just use the revolver here. We should be able to just snap those. Sweet. Bring this back in here now. And we're going to test this connection now too. This one obviously we should be able to start a little further. Let me just, I'm going to start it from as like far as we can. Hopefully this doesn't get stuck on like debris, but the hardest thing is really just trying to figure out how elastic you need these things. But that might work. Let's just quick save that again. Hook this up, hook that up, okay. I don't know if that's going to be okay that they're both on like the same side. Let's try. I don't want to quick save. Okay, if these ropes aren't going to snap, I'm pretty sure cables snapped, but they're not. Okay, that's fine. That'll work. That'll work. I was a little worried, like obviously we don't need to have it rolling behind us. Maybe two on like the same kind of face here will work just fine. Okay, perfect. So that's all roped. Awesome. And obviously, I mean, this is what the beginning of the mission told us to do anyways, but I was just assuming that with, you know, these carts and stuff connected, that was the idea, but literally if you just use horse and rope, it's much easier. Okay. So this is the only one then at this point. I don't know. Let's see. I'd be very... This should not reach. Yeah, that's not going to reach. Okay. We can just do this then. I don't think this is going to be like record time. But I don't know how quick, like, you're realistically supposed to be able to do this. This might be a little tough. This is going to have to be a really close connection because any little bit of snap here and it's going to pull this right off the alarm. But let's see. It's got to be very... very loose. Like, I don't even know if that's going to help at all. Okay, that'll be fine. I was worried about that one, but the very loose connection, like I said, like especially with the cables I found, did not work well at all. They basically just didn't do anything. So we're gonna do this. So we just have to figure out like what is gonna be the quickest, because we're gonna have to run back to all of these. Like this is gonna be one objective, then we gotta make our way back and get this one. So like those are going to be easy to jump. There's two objectives there. We have this one coming flying off here, and then this one. So it does mean that we're going to have to go back to all of these different horses. And I guess with the horse punch, honestly, it's actually probably not too bad. Maybe Depends on, I guess, where we start. We need to start from the farthest one. I'm just trying to think. This factory. Okay, so that's pretty close. I think it's probably easiest then if we do. Yeah. We need to basically just use our horse punch then. Okay, that's going to be interesting. But I have an idea. I'm going to use some planks here. So plank up to that rock. Okay. Might be steep. Ooh, it's steep, but it works. I'm going to rip through here, and that's the closest that we can get, so. Let's use a sledge to top up this stuff. All the shrubbery here. Because before we collect that horse, we need to pick that up. This actually isn't that bad. We'll get it done for sure. I just don't know how quick it's going to be. But you're going to want to use horse punch for sure in between collecting all of these horses. Again, I think, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's faster than actually riding a horse. So instead of having a horse set up to take us a couple of times, I think it makes the most sense, especially with having it so early. But we're going to need to run there, so a little bit of setting up here, or a little bit of painting, I guess. So we'll start with the factory because it's furthest away, and we're able to just jump it into that from here. As soon as we deliver, we're going to book from here. Where's our... So... up here, through all of this garbage. Again, we're really not going to be able to see this line that much, but, and then boom, right onto that horse. That horse is going to come shooting off over here. Obviously, at that point, we'll be able to see where we're going. I don't know if it makes most sense to try and cross the bridge or to hop off that gap. Honestly, probably hop off the gap, and then we don't have to worry about that mess down there. And then it's those two. And then at this point, it really doesn't matter which ones we take. We just have to horse punch back to them. Okay. I think that's basically as good as we're going to get it. Like I said, this one did take a little while to set up, considering there's only 5 objectives. It really shouldn't have taken as long as it did, but there was a couple of things that we had to work out now. We did. Like I said, we're going to get this one. It's just hard to know how quick it's actually going to be, if it's a quick time or not. But we'll definitely get all of these objectives, but let's try this. Okay, I think it's actually kind of nice that we can start. I'm going to see. I'm going to just quick save and then see how close we can get. Okay. So we can't really run too much further without it snapping. Yeah, okay, like not at all. Okay, that's fine. So I just have to make sure once we come ripping out here. Oh, okay. So again, we are going to need to move all of that trash. Again, leaf blower. I don't know why they don't have something equivalent to that, because it really does help with this. It took us a long time to figure out what that did in the base game, and then once we had it unlocked and once we figured out what it did, it was so helpful, so useful. It really does make all of this debris clearing a breeze. It's effortless, so fast, and it clears so many things so quickly. But actually, we should just get a quick look here too. As soon as we come flying out of here, I have to just kind of remember where I'm going. So maybe we can paint that spray can. Come shooting out of here, obviously out through the gate. And then try and remember to hit this ledge. Okay. There's a lot of crisscrossing there. All of our spray points don't really make a whole lot of sense, but... Okay, let's try this again. See if we don't get stuck up on garbage. At least it's at the very beginning, though, and we know now. There we go. Just gonna roll a little bit. Try and not be concerned about this thing getting stuck somewhere. What? I don't like that. I don't know what happened to our tail there, but that thing is strong. Let's try this again. I'm going to try and remember to jump off of that ledge. I think last time I just did. Oh, it's because of the weight. Oh, it doesn't actually return the horse, so maybe it's... Horse punch. Okay. I totally forgot that that horse actually wasn't part of the objective, so that threw me off a little bit. I was confused actually that I got to keep my horse for the run, but I still think horse punch is the way to do it. This is a cleaner run anyways. We were kind of... there we go. There we go. That's better. Way better. I think it's better. Okay. Got the cops coming, but... Ooh, I almost didn't think we collected that one. So we're gonna get this, or we should get this, but barely. So very curious to see if you guys were able to... Ooh. Wow. We almost got gridlocked there because of all the horses. I forgot that we had to hop back into the car when we finished. You can see we only had 2.2 seconds left, so that was a lot tighter turnaround than I was expecting. So very curious to see if you guys gave this one a go, and if you had a better solution than we did, definitely drop it in the comments, link it to us. I would love to watch it. Because like I said, I feel like in terms of setup, there wasn't really a whole lot that you could do, especially because those objectives were so heavy. Even when you were using the horse and trying to jump with them, the weight of the objective was holding you back. We got lucky that like some of the times it paired up that it was almost right on top of the horse and we weren't lagging behind with that, but maybe I should have just kept using the horse to ride between objectives, but if it wasn't for those planks and like the horse would not have been able to run up those planks, it would have taken us guaranteed at least 2 seconds to be able to run up that ledge and collect the 2 objectives up at the top there. So I'm actually very surprised that that's all we had left for time. So again, if you guys had a better solution than we did, definitely link it in the comments, because I want to see maybe where we could have improved that, because I'm curious. 5 objectives doesn't really seem like a whole lot to collect. It should not take a whole lot of time. But even still, like even considering how long it actually took us to set up, even though there wasn't really a whole lot to set up, I think the biggest thing was really just figuring out that it was probably easier to use the horses just with the objectives roped to them instead of trying to add the objectives to the wagon. So again, kind of with all of that, guys, hopefully you were able to learn something. We did still do what we said we were going to do. I just thought it was going to be quicker, to be honest. But we completed all 5 objectives, which is awesome. We still had, 2.2 seconds left, so about 58 seconds to escape. So still cleared it, still stoked. This mission was 4 stolen hooves. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like. Drop any comments. Again, if you have any solutions, drop them in the comments because I want to see them. And if you like this video, I know I said that already, but if you're liking what we're doing here over at Friendly Frenzy Games, make sure you hit the subscribe button. You'll be kept up to date, all of the Teardown content that we've already got on the channel, and then obviously everything that we keep putting out here as we keep chugging through the new Time Campers DLC campaign. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Chris here from Friendly Frenzy Games. We will see you in the next episode.